بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي يجيبني حين أناديه ويستر علي كل عورة وأنا أعصيه، ويعظم النعمة علي فلا أجازيه. نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه على آلائه ونعمائه، ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، إلها واحدا أحدا فردا صمدا قيوما، نؤمن له بالربوبية ونقر له بالعبودية، ونشهد أن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى على محمد وآل محمد، أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وصل اللهم وسلم على جميع الأنبياء والمرسلين والأوصياء والصديقين وعترة نبيك الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين والخلص من أصحابه المنتجبين ومن تبعهم بإحسان وإيمان إلى يوم الدين. عباد الله، أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله اصطفى آدم ونوحا وآل إبراهيم وآل عمران على العالمين ذرية بعضها من بعض والله سميع عليم. صدق الله العلي العظيم. The season of the Ziyaratul Arba'in, just started, and the shrine of Imam Hussein is receiving and will receive millions of visitors on this occasion. A visit that reflects the attachment and the love and loyalty of the followers of the Prophet and his family. A journey many people have taken in the past, and they are taking now, and they will take in the future. During that journey, many people walk, they choose to walk tens of kilometers, in some cases I would say hundreds of kilometers. And some people ask, what is the benefit? Well, it has numerous benefits. Some of them are mentioned by the Prophet ﷺ and the Imams, especially the sixth Imam, Imam Ja'far ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq. I will recite some of the narrations that pertains to the importance, the significance, the reward of this ziyarah, of Ziyaratul Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. But also this journey is a journey of reflection. Many people, when they walk in the desert for a few days, few nights, they meditate, they reflect on their life, on their future, on their relationship with God, on their relationship with the messengers of God, on their relationship with their imams, on their life, on their marital life, their relationship with their spouses, with their children, with their neighbor, with their co-worker, with their community members. It helps to reflect. For the same reason we walk between Safa and Marwa. Why should we walk 7 rounds between these two mountains? Inna as-Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. These are signs that refers to God. It's a walk, a march of reflection and meditation. Some people don't pay attention, of course. They run. They want just to finish it up within 7 minutes. But others who realize, who understand the meaning of this march between the two mountains, they benefit. There is a spiritual benefit, spiritual upliftment This is why the hadith says regarding the ziyarah, whoever goes and he reflects and meditates. Reflection. من زار الحسين عارفا بحقه. عارفا بحقه. The sixth Imam says, Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam, whoever visits Imam Hussein, عارفا, realizing his worthiness, عارفا بحقه, مقرا بفضله, understanding his virtue, his leadership, his sacrifice, the sacrifice of Imam Hussein. كتب له, God will give him, reward him with every step. بكل خطوة يخطوها حجة وعمرة متقبلة. The price, the reward, with every step you take in that desert, whether it is 10 kilometers or 100 kilometers, whatever you walk, with every step, the reward of Hajj and a reward of Umrah and Hajj that are accepted by God. Because it will change your life. I've seen people coming from there. The trip changed their life. They were heading into this direction, they came back, now they are heading into another direction. It changes their life. Not only Muslims, but non-Muslims too. Many non-Muslims are interviewed and say, why do you walk? You are not even a Muslim. He says, because I realize the value of it, the impact of it. It changed my life. It does change. When you go with good intention, ikhlas, niyyatul ikhlas lillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, dedication to Allah, definitely it will change. When people go and they put the titles aside, I'm not that. They don't consider themselves to be now here in this walkway, in this path, on this road. They don't have any titles. Then it will change their life. And of course, people who go, they humble themselves. People who are serving them, they serve them with a humility, with dignity. People give everything they have. They offer everything they have to accommodate the visitors, the guests of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. One of the things that grabs your attention, when I used to go to Hajj and Umrah, we have Hajj, first class Hajj and second class Hajj and third class Hajj. This is $15,000, the other one is $10,000, the third one is $5,000. Hajj is divided into classes. Hajj came to destroy the class system, to remove the class system. وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ. People have to learn equality. Equality. They put all these titles, first class, second class, away. You are there to humble yourself before God. This is why you wear the ihram. This is why you stay in the tent. But people don't get that lesson. When they register for Hajj, they are affirming the sense of inequality. Before he reaches there, here he wants to say, no, I want to be distinguished from others. I want to have a first class treatment. It defeats the purpose. You spend your money, you exhaust your body, but your soul is not going to enjoy. Your soul, your nafs, is not going to benefit. You come back empty-handed. But when you go with the intention of ikhlas, I don't care about where I sleep, what I eat. In the word of the Quran, ثُمَّ أَفِيضُوا مِنْ حَيْثُ أَفَاضَ النَّاسِ. Walk and follow what the rest of people, see what the rest of people are doing, you do the same. Do not distinguish yourself from others. You will come back with a full hand. You will come back with understanding. You will come back with transformation. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam says, مَا مِنْ أَحَدٍ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ إِلَّا وَيَتَمَنَّى أَنَّهُ مِنْ زُوَّارِ الْإِمَامِ الْحُسَيْنِ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامِ. No person on the Day of Judgment, every single person is going to wish to had been, because Qiyamah now, you can't visit anymore, to had been every single person would wish to have been among the visitors of Imam Hussein. Why? لما يرى مما يصنع بزوار الإمام الحسين من كرامتهم على الله تعالى. Because of what one sees of the honor and the dignity that the visitors of Imam Hussein receive on the Day of Judgment from God, then every soul is going to wish that he or she would be part of them. So don't miss this opportunity. If you can make it, go and make it. The hadith says, another hadith, من ترك زيارته وهو قادر. Whoever chose not to go while he was able, physically able, he has the passport, he has money, he can make it, it is safe to go. Despite all these things, he chose not to go. من ترك زيارته وهو قادر على ذلك فقد عق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم وعقنا. He did disservice to the Prophet. He does disservice to us. Disservice, being undutiful. Uquq means being undutiful. You were able to go, but you chose not to go. Why? Why it is important? Why Imam al-Sadiq says, من لم يأتي قبر الحسين من شيعتنا كان منتقص الإيمان منتقص الدين. Whoever among our followers did not go to visit Imam Hussein, even once in his lifetime, in his or her lifetime, كان منتقص الإيمان. His faith has some deficiency. It's not complete. His religion, his deen has some deficiency. Why? Because this type of ziyarah with ikhlas, with understanding, with humility, with dedication, is going to revive you, is going to reprogram your life and your mind and your soul. And therefore, one of the things that integrates your faith is to go and stand before the shrine of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and say, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. And you greet him. For those who cannot go, Imam al-Sadiq says, even if you can't go, for some reasons, you are not able to make it, then min ala al-bu'd, from a far distance, try to visit Imam Hussein and greet him. He says, Muru shi'atana bi ziyarati qabr al-Hussein. Mur means command them, ask them to go, to visit the shrine of Imam Hussein. فَإِنَّ إِتْيَانَهُ, the visitation, when you go to visit him, يَزِيدُ فِي الرِّزْقِ, will increase your sustenance. وَيَمُدُّ فِي الْعُمْرِ, would extend your life. وَيَدْفَعُ مَدَافِعَ السُّوءِ, and it protects you against evil tragedies. وَإِتْيَانُهُ, the visitation of Imam Hussein, مُفْتَرَضٌ عَلَى كُلِّ مُؤْمِنٍ, it is incumbent upon every believer. يَقِرُّ لَهُ بِالْإِمَامَةِ مِنَ اللَّهِ. If you believe that he's an imam appointed by God, then it is upon you to go and pay tribute to him. Beside reviving yourself, it became the symbolism of what? Of resistance against tyranny, against corruption. We learn lessons. Why the ziyarah of other imams are not mandatory? They do not reach the same level of requirement like the ziyarah of Imam Hussein. Ziyarah of Imam Hussein is different than all other imams, because Imam Hussein is the symbol of what? Resistance. Resistance, muqawama, against corruption, against dictatorship, against injustice. Wherever this injustice happens, is a symbol against injustice. And it is a covenant renewal. You renew, you have to renew. Don't we renew our driver's license every 5 years, every 10 years? You have to renew it. You have to refresh and renew your faith and your allegiance to God, to the Apostle of God, and to the Imam of Ahlul Bayt. God says in the Quran, when the mu'mineen, the faithfuls, come to the Prophet, they renew their allegiance with him. they are renewing their allegiance with God. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُبَايِعُونَكَ إِنَّمَا يُبَايِعُونَ اللَّهِ. Those who pay allegiance to you, those who greet you, those who respect you, they are paying allegiance to God, respecting God, greeting God. Our God is not like Buddha, who has a statue where we can stand before him, or Jesus or others, or the Hindu deities. Our God is a transcendent. Transcendent. He doesn't have a picture. He doesn't have a statue. So who do we go to when we want to greet God? We go to the Prophet. We go to the Kaaba. These are symbols, sha'airullah, signs that lead you to God. Because God does not have a physical existence. So you go to the Kaaba. Kaaba is sha'ira. Sha'ira is a sign that leads you to God, refers you to God, reminds you of God. And the shrine of Imam Hussein definitely is one of the major signs, major sha'air that refers you to God and reminds you of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My friends, why some people walk? I sometimes ask myself, if they tell you they give you $500, but you have to walk 80 kilometers, 50 miles, how many people will do that? I don't know. I can't answer on behalf of people. But not that many. If they tell you 80 kilometers between Najaf and Karbala is 80 kilometers, at least 50, 55 miles. They're going there for what? To collect money, to make money? Because this man is not here, I'm going to talk about him. If he was here, I would not mention him. You know Ja'far Yasai, Haj Ja'far Yasai. A man who's, many of you know him, very rich. He doesn't need more money. This is his picture today in Karbala, collecting trash. This is his picture. A multimillionaire. Multimillionaire. Look at his picture today. This was his dream. He has been telling me since I took him with me 10 years ago to Karbala. He saw the trash between Najaf and Karbala. He said, I don't like. This is a holy path, a holy way, connecting these two holy cities. If the government does not do anything, we have to do. He took it upon himself. Thousands of people said to him, this is not your job. You're not even the citizen of Iraq. You're not in the government. I spoke with the mayor of Karbala 8 years ago. The mayor was laughing. He said, this man is, sitting in Orange County. He wants to clean here. I said, yes, this is his dream. Today he fulfilled his dream. Look at him. Look at what he's wearing. Collecting trash with his team. What does this mean other than love, true ishq for Ahlul Bayt and Imam Hussein? Sometimes you don't even collect the trash from your house. But when it comes to Ahlul Bayt, when it comes to Sha'airullah, to holy places, you feel the honor of doing that. It's an honor. This is an honor, a dignity. This is dignity. Many people don't understand. Many people think that dignity is when you have a huge mansion, fancy car, you have a huge amount of money in the bank, you go to this restaurant, you go to this vacation. This is dignity. But in fact, this is the real dignity. This is the real dignity when you go with workers, simple workers, and you collect the trash from a holy city, from a holy shrine. He's building his akhirah. He's building, this is ikhlas. This is ikhlas. So why people do all these things? My friends, in this life there are two types of love. Sometimes you love someone because of material reasons. You love this person, this family, that country, this celebrity because of material reasons, because they provide you with material products. That type of love is temporary. That type of love is going to die when these materials expire. It's not going to last forever. Whenever these material reward are going to expire, you don't see any material benefit from this person or this family or this country or this corporation, you are not going to love them anymore. But there is a second type of love. It's not for materials. It's for human values. You love this person, you don't care how much money he has. You don't care. You don't even know how much money he has. You don't care about his house. You don't care about his car. You don't care about his jewelry. You don't care about his position in the society. You care about his manners, his akhlaq, because this person is a principled person, a person of value. He puts value first, not dunya first, value. And he's willing to sacrifice for these values. You fall in love with that person, with that family. That type of love is everlasting, eternal. It does not expire. Does not expire. Even if you don't see that person, you still love him because you loved him for the right reason, not the wrong reason. We loved Imam Hussein for the right reason. We didn't love him because of materials. We loved him because of his values, his principles, his stand, his sacrifice. Because he's a genuine leader. Because he gave everything he had for our happiness, for the happiness of mankind, to satisfy God. This is why our love for Imam Hussein cannot be taken out from our hearts. Imam Hussein settled and lodged in our hearts. Nobody can evict him. Nobody can nobody can say, I give you $1,000. Don't love Imam Hussein for two months, 2 years. Doesn't happen. You loved Imam Hussein for moral values, ethical values, human values. Nobody can evict him from your heart. He's there. He's there permanently. Therefore, you are ready to do anything for Imam Hussein. This is the genuine love. This is what God says in the Quran. قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهِ. This is the right faith. This is the right path. Nobody can take Ahlul Bayt away from us. They tried with bombings, suicide bombings, with wars, launching wars. The most sophisticated weapons, they used them against the followers of Ahlul Bayt in Yemen, in Iraq, in Syria, in Afghanistan, in this, in that. It didn't work. Imam Hussein said to his sister Zainab, they're going to use all these means against us, to silence us, to annihilate us. But the voice of the truth is going to grow day by day. Today, my brother said to me, despite the clashes we had in Baghdad and other areas for a few days, they tried to spoil the ziyarah so people do not go. He says this season, since I went back to Iraq 16 years ago, this Arba'in season is the largest and the most crowded. Even now, 8 days before Arba'in, we can't walk in the streets. People started coming. Nothing can prevent them. Sometimes their families say, you're going to die. Say this to someone who goes to Las Vegas, not someone who is going to Karbala. Don't threaten people when they go to Karbala with death. They did this. They tried to kill them. They took their limbs, their eyes. But they kept going. People who love Imam Hussein and believe in Imam Hussein, they don't care about what is happening. What is a better death on the soil of Karbala? Next to the shrine of Imam Hussein. Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك وأناخت برحلك عليكم مني عليكم مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. We're going to commemorate the Arba'in on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the October 17th, 18th, and 19th. And it all begins at 7 p.m. inshallah. Thursday and Friday, the Bismillah. تواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه على آلائه ونعمائه ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله ليظهره على الدين كله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وصل اللهم وسلم على خلفاء نبيك وأوصيائه وأهل بيته وأحبته عليا أمير المؤمنين وقائد الغر المحجلين، وعلى البضعة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين، وعلى سبطي نبي الرحمة وسيدي شباب أهل الجنة الحسن والحسين عليهما السلام، وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي عجل الله تعالى فرجه وسهل مخرجه وجعلنا من أنصاره وأعوانه. عباد الله، أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. There is an ongoing debate in the community, in the larger community. When I say community, it doesn't mean here at this place, but in the larger community, among the Muslims with all their schools of thought, as to whether we belong to this country or our countries, our original countries. This is a legitimate question. Many people ask, which one is your home? Which one is your land? Which one is your soul? Which one is your country? What is your real nationality? Where is it? Some people still believe that it's not appropriate. Sometimes they say it's not halal to live in these countries because we are a minority, and therefore it will compromise our worshipping. It will compromise our ethical values. It will compromise our religion. And they object to us as a community integrating with the larger society. Despite some of them, they've been living here for half a century. They came here as students, they graduated, they got jobs, they got married, they raised their children here, they benefited from this country, but still they come to me, why do you talk to this police department, to this department, to this? It's haram. They try to teach me what is halal and haram. No problem, we learn. I learn. I don't deny. I'm still growing and learning. So they call for isolation. And I said in the past, when it comes to us, Muslims living in America, we have three paths, three choices. Two of them do not work. One of them works. The first path is the path of isolation and segregation. To segregate yourself from the rest of the country, the rest of the society, complete isolation. You don't want to deal with anyone. You don't want to send your kids to school here, to universities. You want to get the benefits. Social security benefits are halal. But to integrate with the rest of the society is haram. That does not work, my friends. Your enemy would rejoice on this if you are isolating yourself. Because your enemy does not want you to have a voice, does not want you to have a role in this country, does not want you to have a say, does not want you to have an influence, does not want you to go to the ballot box, remain here, eat, drink, and die without having any importance, any significance, any role, any engagement. So this is not a choice, my friend. It's not a choice. God says wherever you live, in Japan, in China, in India, in Africa, in North America, in South America, you have to be active. You have to do ta'mir, build the land, build the community. Sometimes the building is physical. sometimes is moral. Moral, you have to have a role. You cannot isolate yourself. God said, we sent man to this earth to build the earth, to make it more peaceful, to invite people to do good. So staying in this land, living on this land, and staying away from the society is not a choice. You have to get involved. You have to reach out to the mayor. The mayor has to come and visit you. The chief of police has to come and visit you here. The sheriff has to come and you have to introduce yourself. You have to tell them, I'm a Muslim. See, nothing wrong with me. I'm not weird. I'm not a different creature. This is my wife. Those are my children. This is my food. This is my worshiping. This is my, business. Nothing wrong with that. This is how we introduce Islam. You don't take the book and tell people, my book is the best. They say, show me, where is the best? When it comes to books, we have many books. They all claim the books are the best. If you ask people, what is the best book? Sometimes in London, the teenagers, they tell you, Harry Potter is the best book. They don't agree with you that the Bible or the Quran or the Torah. You have to show this book in action in the society. Practice this book. Don't just give them the book. Practice it. Tell them, I'm trying to practice this book. So that is the first option, is useless. The second option is assimilation. Some people do that, unfortunately. They come to this country, immediately they erase their name. If his name is Ali, Muhammad, Ja'far, Umar, Sadiq, Abbas, Abdullah, he erases it, he adopts an American name. Why? Because he wants to fit in immediately. He thinks the white people would welcome him. Yes, Habibi, because you changed your name, so you are one of me. No, it would not happen, believe me. They change their religion. You know how many times I encountered people who came to me, we changed our religion. We are not Muslims anymore. We are Christians, we are this, we are Buddhists, They changed their religion. They don't have respect for their own identity, for their heritage, for their legacy, for their fathers, for their cultures. They don't have. This is also wrong. Yes, sometimes we have some ills in our societies, in our cultures, but not everything is wrong. Not everything is bad. Some of our cultural practices are good, compatible with the Quran. Then we come to and that is one is also wrong. Complete melting into the society, not preserving your identity, your heritage is also wrong. Also wrong. Then we come to the third option, which is the right option, which is integration. Integration. You have to engage with the rest of the society. You have to get involved. You have to participate. You have to interact with what is going on. Because you are a taxpayer. They are using your money left and right. So you have a right to say. You have a right to choose your mayor, your congressman, your representative to the House, your leader, your president. You have a right. You must change. But then integration has two folds, two branches. One is to preserve your Islamic identity. Preserve your ibadah, your religion, your hijab. If you are a female Muslim, you have to preserve your hijab. You have to feel proud about it. You are not doing something wrong. Even you have to preserve your political views. Nobody in this country says, don't believe in this political view, you have to believe in that. This is not the Soviet Union here. You are free. You are free to support this one, that one, this idea, that idea. Nobody comes after you. Don't be afraid. The Constitution gives you the right to worship, to adopt any political affiliation, views, without any intimidation, without fear. But then the second branch, while you are a good Muslim, you become a good American too. Meaning that you raise your children on this soil. So you have to protect this soil. When I say protecting this soil, I'm not saying protecting the Pentagon or the White House. But the land, the community, your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters in this community. We have to protect them, we have to respect them, we have to deal with them, we have to interact with them. This is how we live as good Muslims. This is how we introduce ourselves to the world. This is how we do things here. So there is nothing wrong when we deal with American officials, elected American officials. We are not saying all of them are saints. Are our officials back in our countries saints? Show me a country where, mashallah, the government are all saints. They work for the people. Show me that. I will leave my home here and go there, live there. This is a struggle, ongoing struggle. We have some people who are bad, and we have some people who are good. So we have to work with the good. And this is how we combat the bad, the evil. This is through doing more good. One of the most important Islamic principles, very important, extremely important, that we have to practice in every corner, in every society, in every city, wherever you go. Don't forget two things. Al-amru bil-ma'roof wal-nahyu anil munkar. Enjoining what is good with your hand, with your tongue, with your money, with your effort, with your energy, with your mind, with your brain, and forbidding evil. We have to forbid evil. These are important duties, Islamic duties, moral duties. So, the third option, integration. This is our land. This is where your children are going to live and work and get married. And believe me, most of us are going to be buried here, whether we like it or not. Al-ardu lillahi wa liman ammaraha. The most beautiful Islamic maxim says, Al-ardu lillah. God does not belong to this race or that race, or this color or that color. Al-ardu lillah belongs to God, and whoever comes first and builds the earth, not destroys it. It belongs to you. You are a citizen of that earth, that land. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات تابع اللهم بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات. As I said, my friends, inshallah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the majalis of the Arba'een, inshallah, at 7 p.m. We do the salat, and after the salat. And if you want to donate for this majalis, please see either Hajj Shahidi or Hajj Mushtaba. And also today, the last day, very last day, where we collect money for the Arba'een, the ziyarah for the Zuwar of Arba'een. If you want to give the money, today is the last day, inshallah, 1 week before the Arba'een. Allahumma aghfir lil mu'minina wal mu'minin wal muslimina wal muslimat al ahya'i minhum wal amwat wa ajjil fi faraj imamina wa mawlana sahib al asr wal zaman wa ila arwah al mu'minina wal mu'minat thawab al fatiha ma'a as salati ala Muhammadin wa ali.